Well, hey everybody, it's Sleeve, and before we get this party started, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. Comment below. Let me know you have subscribed. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Folks, we're in Lansdowne, Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia, at a Giant food store. Now, Giant is different from Giant. Did I just confuse you? Oh, it gets more confusing, folks. But we're going to refer to this as Giant-Carlisle, and there's another Giant supermarket chain. We're going to call them Giant Landover. But first, I regret to inform you this store has just recently been remodeled. I wanted to show you the classic decor that this store had since its opening in 2004, and yet I was a few months too late. But we're going to see what it looks like now, and honestly, I was showing the footage to my mother, actually, and I said, guess what store this is? And she's like, Costco? BJ's? It looks very much like a warehouse with this gray walls and these lit signs, but this is the design language, the decor package that is going to be in pretty much every Giant-Carlisle, I mean. And also, we're going to find this eventually at every Stop and Shop. Now, here's a little bit of a backstory. Now, the Giant, or the Giant Company as it's now known, was formed really back in 1923 with the opening of a meat market in Carlisle, PA, and that's why we call it Giant-Carlisle as well. In 1936, the first Giant food store was opened, and despite some setbacks, a store burning down, a couple stores flooding during the 30s and 40s, this company did manage to expand well into the 1950s and 60s. Sorry, I took a pause to refresh this, folks. Anyway, and by 1968, they had purchased Martin's, a supermarket chain based out of Maryland. And since at that time, Giant-Carlisle was then competing in Maryland versus Giant Landover, which were two different companies. Have I confused you yet? I will confuse you. Trust me, I'm confused. And so the stores in Virginia, Maryland, and even parts of Pennsylvania were then named Martin's after this new chain they purchased. In fact, any Western PA Giant-Carlisle stores are named Martin's as not to confuse people with Giant Eagle, which is not affiliated in any way with Giant-Carlisle. Am I confusing you? Oh boy, by the way, this place has 17 aisles, so it's a fairly nice size store. Not as big as some of the Giant-Carlisle stores and some of its sister stores that we're going to see. Definitely bigger than that Food Lion that we saw. Yes, Food Lion and Giant-Carlisle are sister stores, but not yet. Let me just continue confusing you here while I look to grab a donut. Ooh, they're so good. And so okay, where were we? Oh, yes. So now they purchased Martin's, and in 1981, Royal Ahold of the Netherlands purchased Giant-Carlisle. And so now they are part of a much larger worldwide company. And under Royal Ahold's leadership, they've managed to... Oh, by the way, that was Marty over there. You're going to see Marty in a few other of my videos of any Ahold or Delhaize stores. Oh, I'm going to confuse you, all right. And at any rate, yeah, I went looking for a birthday card for my father, actually. His birthday was coming up. It's already passed. I already got him a funny card. That's what I do. And now in 1997, Giant-Carlisle merged with Edwards Superfoods, which was a chain of supermarkets located mostly in northern New Jersey. And this partnership, if you will, lasted up until 2000, when they were then rebranded as Stop and Shop. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. See, Stop and Shop, of course, another Royal A-Hold company. They are linked at this time to Giant Landover. Where does Giant Landover fit in the picture? Well, in 1998, Royal A-Hold purchased them, so now they own both Giants. Now, why they didn't just merge them into one Giant, I don't know. And also around this time, back in 1994, actually, Giant Landover had expanded into the Philadelphia market with their Super G store banner. Of course, meant not to confuse people with Giant-Carlisle, which, again, back in 94, they weren't sister stores, but as of 1998, they were. And then in 2000, the Edwards chain became absorbed into the Stop and Shop banner, thus ending that partnership. But in 2001, they partnered with another A-Hold-owned store, Tops Friendly Markets. But that only lasted until 2007, when Tops was spun off and was purchased by C&S Wholesale Grocers, which also owns Piggly Wiggly and Grand Union. Well, at any rate, that pretty much brings us to now. In 2017, Royal A-Hold merged with Delhaize Group. Delhaize owned, among other things, Food Lion and Hannaford. So now, they also own Bottom Dollar Foods, which is no more. But now, with this merger, you have Food Lion, Hannaford, Giant Landover, Giant-Carlisle, Martin's, and Stop and Shop, all under one company's ownership. However, it seems that all the food lines are going to look like that one we saw in Perryville, Maryland, and all the Stop and Shops and Giant-Carlisles are going to, and Martin's, I'm sure by extension, are going to resemble more of this new look. Which I must say, I don't like either new looks. They look kind of bland and kind of like they're phoning it in. I mean, they are the PFH 3.0s of a non-Acme. However, I will tell you that my efforts to show you some classic decor from Giant, Stop and Shop, whoever. Well, let's just say to find those classic decors, I'm going to have to stop and shop somewhere else. Hint, hint. But now we're in the checkout line. I brought one of my Wawa reusable bags. I figured I'd get away with that rather than bring in my much larger Acme bag or my mid-size ShopRite bags, because those are, of course, competing chains, obviously. And, well, Wawa's not a competition to the big stores like this. But as you're going to see when I approach the self-checkout, that I didn't need to bring a reusable bag. Apparently, the bag ban in Pennsylvania only applies to Philadelphia, because once you get out in the suburbs, you can have plastic bags again. Honestly, I know what people, some people like the bag ban. They think, oh, it's good for the environment. Let me just tell you, when you have a trunk full of these reusable bags, then tell me, okay? These things are like weighing down the back of my car right now. I kid you not. I have too many of them. I don't remember to bring them with me to the stores. I sometimes fill them up with groceries, bring them home, put them in the fridge and in the closet, and then the groceries, and then I forget to bring the bags with me for my next shopping trip. So now I'm going to get more of these reusable bags. Are you getting the idea here? What I think about reusable bags? I think about reusable bags the way I think about the new Giant-Carlisle decor package, Acme's PFH 3.0, and Hyundai's. I mean, things that I just absolutely hate. I'm sorry, Giant, okay? I really am, but I just got to call it to see it, folks. But anyway, I'm going to get up to the self-checkout. I like the self-checkouts because no one notices your hidden camera apparatus if you're me. And I can get in and get out, usually. And by the way, as soon as I'm finished putting out videos using my, or that I made using my older hidden camera apparatus, just wait until you see my newer videos. That is a message mainly to you, Charleston Pinball. But yes, you're going to see these stores in even higher definition. For one thing, my head doesn't hurt as much because I don't have to duct tape a 80s vintage Sony Handycam to my head. And also, oh yeah, look at those plastic bags. And yes, I walked out with plastic bags because I can. But yes, the newer videos are going to look so awesome, folks. I can't wait to show them to you. And that'll do it for me here. Like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, tell a friend. And I'll see you on the next video. But what I couldn't believe, this car right here, I actually went and turned around just to see how in the world this thing moved under its own power. It looked pretty beat to death, as we're going to see when I turn around, because I'm here. I heard it moving. However, that I-30 shall be moving for infinity. And that'll do it for me here. Bye for now. I can't believe I got in this place.